Intermediate Algebra for Statistics, Finding Linear Equations, Part 3. Lesson Objective: Determine the equation of a line using the point-slope form. Lesson Objective: Point-slope form. Recall the formula for slope. Now imagine we wanted to solve for y for this formula. What would we do? Well, you'd want to get rid of the difference of the x's. So if you multiply both sides by the difference of the x's, these cancel, and you are left with m times x sub 2 minus x sub 1 equals y sub 2 minus y sub 1. And we could rewrite this equation as y sub 2 minus y sub 1 equals m times x sub 2 minus x sub 1. The idea behind all this is to have an equation if you are given a point and the slope, and hence this is why it's called the point-slope form. If a non-vertical line has a slope m and contains the point x sub 1 y sub 1, then the equation of the line is y minus y sub 1 equals m times x minus x sub 1. So this is the y coordinate for the given point. This is the x coordinate for the given point. The y and the x stay variables y and x for all the points that are on the line, and m is the slope. Let's do an example. Example 10. Write the equation of the line passing through the point 3, 4 with the slope of 2. Number 2. Write the equation of the line passing through 0, negative 8 with a slope of negative 1/2. So the point-slope form is y minus y sub 1 equals m times x minus x sub 1. This is x sub 1, this is y sub 1, so the answer is y minus 4 equals slope, which is negative 2, times x minus my x coordinate, which is 3. And we are finished. This is the point-slope form. Number 2, we're going to have y minus a negative 8 equals m, which is negative 1/2, times x minus the x coordinate, which is 0. Now we could simplify this a little bit. This could be y plus 8 equals negative 1/2 times x. And this is the point-slope form. Example 11. Use a point-slope form to find the equation of a line that has a slope of negative 3 and contain the points negative 4, 2. Then write the equation in slope-intercept form. Solution. Substitute x sub 1 for negative 4, y sub 1 for 2, and m equals negative 3 into the point-slope form equation. So we have y minus 2 equals negative 3 times the quantity x minus negative 4. That gives us y minus 2 equals negative 3 times the quantity x plus 4. So we are finished with the point-slope form. To write this in y equals mx plus b form, we use the derivative property here, negative 3 times x and negative 3 times 4, and we get y minus 2 equals negative 3x minus 12. Last but not least, we're going to add 2 to both sides, and that gives us y equals negative 3x minus 10. So we have the equation both in slope-intercept form, y equals negative 3x minus 10, and point-slope form, y minus 2 equals negative 3 times the quantity x plus 4. Example 12. Write an equation of the line passing through the points 3, 8 and negative 1, 4 in point-slope form, and b slope-intercept form. Point-slope form, we start off with the equation y minus y1 equals m times x minus x1. So the next thing that we have to do is we have to determine the slope between these 2 points. So this is going to be the difference of the y's, 4 minus 8 over negative 1 minus 3. 4 minus 8 is negative 4. Negative 1 minus 3 is a negative 4. So our slope is simply 1. We can use either point. I'm going to use the first point, so this is going to be a 3. And for the y coordinate, it's going to be an 8. This is the point slope form for the line passing through these 2 points. Now if I use this point, the equation would look different, but in the end it would be exactly the same line. So slope-intercept form, we can use our answer from part A and simplify this to put it in slope-intercept form. So we need to distribute the 1. Of course 1 times x is x, minus 1 times 3 is 3. Now we have y minus 8 on this side. Add 8 to both sides, and we have y equals x plus 5. So this is the slope-intercept form containing these 2 points. We have looked at different types of equations for lines. The standard form looks like this. Now this is beyond the scope of this class, but in some algebra books you may see this. Slope-intercept form we have done a lot, and that's y equals mx plus b. The horizontal line, as we learned in the last video, is y equals b. The slope is 0. For a vertical line, this is the only line that cannot be written, y equals mx plus b, and that is x equals a. And lastly, the point slope form looks like this: y minus y1 equals m times x minus x1. So let's do some review problems. So we have 5 problems here involving lines, and any of these would be good questions on a test. So let's start with number 1. Determine the equation of the line with a slope of negative 2 and a y-intercept of 7. So if we use our y equals mx plus b form, this problem is going to be very easy. We are given that the slope is negative 2, and we're also given that the y-intercept is 7. Well, that's what b is. So the equation is y equals negative 2x plus 7. Number 2, determine the equation of a line with a slope of 1/2 and passes through the point negative 8, 6. Again, let's start with y equals mx plus b, or we could use point slope form here. I'm going to use slope-intercept. I know that the slope is 1/2. So now all I have to do is calculate b. I'm going to use this point to calculate b. This is my x coordinate, this is my y. So y is 6. The x coordinate is negative 8. And b is my variable. Multiplying 1/2 times negative 8 is negative 4. And if we add 4 to both sides, we get 10. So the final answer would be y equals 1/2 x plus 10. Number 3, find the equation of a line that is vertical and passes through the point negative 2, 9. We know that has the form x equals a, and if we were to draw a graph just to visualize what's going on, we know the line is vertical, so we know the line is going to go up and down. It is going through the point negative 2, 9. So it looks something like this, and it is vertical, so it's doing this. So this is a very rough sketch, but this will help us as far as seeing, well, what is A? A is where it is crossing the x-axis, and that's at -2. So the answer to this problem, the equation is x equals 2. Number 4, find the equation of a line that is horizontal and passes through the point 5, 1. Now horizontal line, y equals b, and because the line is horizontal, our slope is 0. So again, it may help for some to visualize this. So the line is horizontal, so it's going to do something like this, and it's going to go through the point 5, 1. So there's our point. So that line would do something like this. So we know that b is a positive 1. So the answer to this equation would be y equals 1. Number 5, find the equation of a line that has a y-intercept of 12 and an x-intercept of -3. Well, if the y-intercept is 12, we know, written as a point, that would be 0, 12. X-intercept of -3 would be -3, 0. Basically, we're given 2 points. So our first step is to compute the slope. So I'm going to take 0 minus 12, difference of the y's, over difference of the x's, -3 minus 0. 0 minus 12 is -12, over -3 minus 0 is -3. Negative divided by negative is positive, and 12 divided by 3 is 4. 4 over 1 are just 4. Now, since we already know the y-intercept is 12, we have enough pieces to use the slope-intercept form. Our slope is 4. B is 12. So the equation with the y-intercept of 12 and an x-intercept of -3 is y equals 4x plus 12. We could verify this using our graphing calculator, but I'm going to skip that for this video. Thanks for watching.